These are the supplements that go with the shake to fill out the core of what is the optimal human experience. Those nutritional elements that you need to live healthy and strong, and what became the basis for the health that I needed to beat bipolar, cluster headaches, obesity, and these different things. Many of you have asked about them. In the description below is the full list. So let me talk about these just a little bit because it's kind of important. So the first supplement I start with is olive leaf extract. And I do this to bring balance to the gut. You can throw all the vitamins in the world you want into your body. If your gut is not healthy, you're not going to process them, you're not going to absorb them, and they're not going to provide you the benefits you need. So each time I work with somebody new with the optimal human experience, we start with gut health. Now, olive leaf extract is a very basic way to start with those foundations. It'll kill candida, it'll get the bad stuff out and make the good stuff healthier. So that's what I start with. And then immediately after, let's say 2 weeks into taking olive leaf extract, is when I introduce probiotics. And these two together give your gut the health it needs to absorb the nutrients that are going to be required for you to live that optimal human experience. And in the case when you're doing this to beat bipolar or schizophrenia or another mental illness, it really becomes critical because you're probably having gut challenges anyhow. You've been through a lot of tough times. If you're bipolar, you've been through CNS crashes, and your gut's shutting all the way down. So getting this gut health is critical. Also, if you're using the hearty supplements, which we'll talk about here in just a few minutes, they're really tough on the gut. And if your gut is not really healthy before you start on them, they'll shut you down. They hurt me. In fact, the only time I recommend the hearty supplements is when you actively have a mental illness. So this step one is gut health. Olive leaf extract is what I recommend, and in the description is the olive leaf extract I recommend for you. Thanks. Okay, the next piece is multivitamins. And I've tested a bunch of them. Many of you have one you take right now. I'm going to suggest that as part of this program that you take the one I recommend. And here's why. When you cut your calories down to the 900 calories of the shake and a few hundred more calories if you're dieting, or if you're trying to overcome a mental illness, hitting it right, getting the nutrition right is critical. I tested a lot of different vitamins. And in the end, the one I found that worked the best for me, and the one I have found has worked the best for those who have tried the optimal human experience, are the Garden of Life raw multivitamins. Whichever one is for your gender and age appropriate, and they're both in the description below. The one exception to this is if you have bipolar, schizophrenia, or another mental illness, and you're wanting to use the optimal human experience to create that foundation for mental health. In that case, when you actively have that mental illness, I am going to recommend the Hardy's Daily Essentials. They are the only multivitamin at the time of my research that is clinically proven to help you beat bipolar, schizophrenia, ADD, other mental illnesses, or deficiency-based challenges, right? You really got to get through that blood-brain barrier with the right minerals, and you really have to fortify that body at a different level than if you don't have a mental illness. So for those people who are struggling with mental illness, I highly recommend the Hardy's Daily Essentials. And again, the link is below. Thanks. Hey folks, the next supplement I recommend is another from Garden of Life. It's called Fucothin. It is a fucoxanthin supplement developed by Garden of Life that has other nutrients together that help stubborn fat convert to fat that's much easier to burn. It also provides some metabolism assistance and a couple other things in there, but the real point of it is targeting that fat that's really hard to get rid of. And I have found that it works really well, especially when combined with the shake and intermittent fasting. When you combine these together, the MCT oil in the shake appears to work specifically with this fucoxanthin to create kind of a, I don't know if it's a thermogenic effect or some type of effect that really melts tough to burn fat. So, Fucothin from Garden of Life, it's in the description below, is the next supplement that I recommend. So the last couple of supplements that are part of the optimal human experience are the binders and oxidants. These two together kill bad things and then clean the stuff out of your body. So you're going to be using PEMF, pulse electromagnetic fields, and this dumps a lot of toxins into the body through its cleaning process as it's healing things. Near infrared and red light, photobiomodulation is going to do much of the same thing. In addition, you're going to add colloidal silver at night specifically. You're going to separate it from your other supplements. It's going to come in and it's actually going to kill weak cells, clean things up, and really give a boost with the use of PEMF. There's kind of a magical thing that happens between colloidal silver and PEMF. If you're sick, if you have the flu, if you're not feeling well, when you combine these two together, it is profound, the effect that it has on the body. I use it with my kids, I use it with myself, but as part of the optimal human experience, it really creates kind of this pumping, cleansing process. You get these oxidants at night, and you get these binders in the morning that clean it back out of your body. So, the next two supplements are colloidal silver and a really, really good binder. You'll find them in the descriptions below. And that's it. That's what make up the core supplements. There's some others that provide hormone support and the like that I'll talk about as I talk about specific groups of people and the optimal human experience. But for everyone that's using this, for everyone that is join this journey with me of losing weight and living healthy and beating mental illness, physical illness, and really living that optimal human experience, these are the supplements that I use every day. These are the supplements I recommend to those I work with. And these are the ones that help me beat bipolar, obesity, cluster headaches, and live what I consider the healthiest I have my entire life. Thanks, folks.